Weekly stock market update, short version in multiple parts. Okay, first things first. I was at London Tech Week. Nvidia CEO was there. One thing's absolutely clear: they are buoyant under SEC regulations. They can't just talk guff. They're not politicians, and for a man to be that positive, it has to be cleared by their lawyers. Otherwise, they could be sued by their shareholders. That was reassuring that there isn't the concern that you might otherwise expect. As I said, they're not politicians. They have legal obligations to make sure that their statements are not just hype. The issue of China wasn't a concern for Nvidia and what's coming out of there. They have strategies to deal with it. So again, for me, nothing much of concern there. Those who panic about cheaper imitations of Western technologies out of China, or even the trade and tariff wars, and the negotiations which were happening in London between the Americans and the Chinese, its noise can be ignored, whether they come to a deal or they don't come to a deal, and whether Donald Trump jumps up and down or not. It is short-term noise. Now, that's great if you're a trader and you want to trade in and out on the volatility. Good luck to you. If you're a longer-term investor, decide which one you are, then you know to ignore that as well. I was with the head of UK Cisco at London Tech Week. Now, the things you'd expect to be discussed, whether it's AI, robotics, quantum, UAVs, drones, all of these things came up. What came up the most? Obviously AI, followed by UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles or drones. Very little about quantum, nothing about robotics. The one thing it reminded me of was 25 years ago when I was doing my Bloomberg TV show. We'd often talk about Cisco, saying, well, instead of gambling on which company's going to win, why not support or buy into the ones that make the shovels for the gold diggers? And Cisco is the equivalent of making shovels. 25 years ago, that was the case. It was Cisco. What is it today? Well, it is the Microsofts of the world and AMD and Taiwan Semiconductor and those types. So those are your Cisco equivalents. You won't hold them forever because you wouldn't have held Cisco forever, given what happened after the dot-com collapse. But you'd certainly find quality companies making revenues which are well valued given the earnings that they're generating. Regarding China and Taiwan, there seems to be a few people who are panicking that there's about to be an imminent invasion, whether there is or not. Instead of trying to gamble on which stocks might benefit and then waiting for this invasion for the next 50 years, the better strategy is buy the dip. The market will fall if there is an invasion, and buy the broader market. If you're going to try and gamble on defense stocks on the basis that this conflict, well, you would have been buying defense stocks since the Second World War, and that actually hasn't been the best bet. Trump and tariffs,